Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 19 free update content. Today we're going to be going over the entire Time Patrol Metal Shop lineup. We do have the full schedule over on the official Xenoverse 2 website, so we're going to be going over there to break everything down in full detail, then coming back to the game to display all the new upcoming items that we'll be unlocking here in the next couple of weeks. Just a small sneak peek, we do have a brand new Vegeta outfit specifically from the Frieza saga. It's all battle damage, very anime accurate, and a few more suits that we can unlock. We're going to be getting a ton of illustration art pieces and even a crazy Super Soul that will help us reach max level in a matter of hours. You guys know the best one currently is the My Hobbies Are Reading and Sports with a ×3 experience boost. This new Super Soul will grant us a ×7 boost, but it's kind of a gamble. It's strange. Again, we will break everything down, so without further ado, please make sure to drop a like on today's video, turn on post notifications, and let's jump straight into it. Here's the item lineup for the next several weeks. We will at least be receiving one brand new item each week, and that's minimum. Some weeks we could be getting 2 new items or even 3 new items, but a lot of them will be them recycling the older items such as costumes, accessories, illustration art pieces, mascots, Super Souls, and ultimate attacks. That's normal, right? Because they update the item shop every single week. So the first week that we have here literally just started today, May 25th to the 31st. So if you log into Xenoverse 2 right now, you can purchase these items right here, but we're just mainly going to be going over the new items from this recent update, because with each update they usually incorporate additional items that we haven't seen before, right? So the specific item for this week is going to be the custom variation of Angol's clothes, who's the soldier from Paragus Squad, the first DBZ Legendary Super Saiyan Broly movie. We already have the original outfit and the helmet. This is going to be the custom iteration, and it's just going to be for the clothing piece. We don't necessarily have the custom helmet just yet. And everything else, as I just said, will be like the old typical recycled items, right? Nothing new besides that Angol's custom piece. Now, the following week, June 1st to the 7th, we will be getting 2 new items, specifically illustration 717 and 721. Now, I do have an image over here. Massive shoutouts to Genic for sharing. Don't necessarily know which number correlates to the image, but all 9 of these right here will be part of the Time Patrol Metal Shop. So we have that epic Super Saiyan 2 Team Gohan, the Goku versus Frieza, Rose Goku Black using the Divine Lasso, an epic illustration of Cell Max, and then we can see Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo in the background, Videl. We have good old classic OG Dragon Ball, you know, after they reunited after the time skip. We got Time Patrol Future Trunks, the training arc of original Dragon Ball, Goku and Krillin, and then last but not least, the Captain Ginyu Frog, right? So again, those will all be the illustration art pieces from these coming weeks right here. The week after that, the 8th of June to the 14th, the new items for this week will be illustration 731, which again, don't necessarily know which number correlates to the image, but I'll just leave all the illustrations up on screen. And the Super Soul that I just mentioned at the start of the video, so it's called That's Quite a Gamble. I do have it unlocked, so I will showcase it for you guys and, you know, talk a little bit about that when we get over to the gameplay. It's very crazy. We can potentially get up to a ×7 bonus increase for medals and experience points. And just like what the name says, it is a gamble. So we have a 50% chance of getting a 0 boost or a 50% chance of getting some type of boost, right? It's a little bit more complicated than that. But for the following week, June 15th to the 21st of June, the new items for this week will be illustration 722 and 733. June 22nd to the 28th, this is how we unlock the broken battle suits, the Frieza arc outfit, right? The one I was wearing at the start of the video. And yeah, that's it for this week. The following week, the 29th of June to July 5th, we can unlock illustration 709 and 725. Now, for the final week, the new items will be illustration 708 and 715. So in my personal opinion, the most hyped weeks would probably be this one right here, June 22nd, just because of the new Battle Damage Vegeta outfit, and the week where we can unlock the new Super Soul. Those are all the items for the next several weeks. Now let's go back to the game. Starting the showcase off with the new outfits, specifically Anglow's custom variants over here. Don't necessarily know how much each piece will cost in the Time Patrol Metal shop. Probably a decent amount just because, again, this is the custom variants. So we do have the customizable option over here. 4 different plates for the upper body, 2 plates for the lower body, and 1 for the hands and the shoes. So the first piece for the upper body is going to be the main torso area, the robe. Don't necessarily know what color theme I'm trying to go for right now. Just thinking things off the top of my head. I mean, to be fair, I could leave it as is. That's pretty dang cool. Or I guess we could go for like this old type of robe. Yeah, maybe this one right here. The second piece is going to be the metal bars on the side of the outfit. Yeah. So I think this gold contrast will kind of do this theme justice. Maybe that one right there. Yep. And the third plate will be the fur. Oh yeah, so I have the right idea. We can kind of pick this one right here. No, that matches the gold bars on the side too much. Maybe that one. Ooh, all right, we're kind of cooking something up. The fourth one is going to be the rope over the waist area. And I guess we could just leave it as is. This one right there. Lower body, of course, the pants. And the second plate for the lower body is going to be probably the belt. We just can't see it because of the robe. Okay, we'll leave it as that. I don't know. I was cooking at the start, but I kind of fumbled at the end, not going to lie. Right, the torso area is probably like the best looking piece so far. Now for the second outfit, which I had at the start of the video, the Broken Battlesuit Frieza Saga Vegeta fit that we have going on right here. Pretty dang nice, right? Attention to detail. We have the giant center piece from Krillin, right? Vegeta figured out about the Zenkai boost. He was like, wait a minute, I can just take damage, you know, because us Saiyans. Well, he didn't figure it out. He already knew of it. But, you know, he just wanted to use the cheat code this time around, right? He's like, when Saiyans almost get KO'd and then get brought back from the brink of death, we get a very large Zenkai boost, right? So he begged Krillin to destroy him pretty much. So that's the centerpiece, and then Dende revived him. He regenerated. And then the top left piece, our right, that's going to be when Frieza used the Death Beam. He was like, quiet, Vegeta. No more yap. Your yap session is over. So yeah, very cool, man. I think this is probably like the coolest Vegeta outfit out there now. It's strange because we have all the Goku variants, even the battle damage one. If I can find it right off the bat. Yeah, we have the classic Sand Saga, the Frieza Saga, but the non-battle damage variants, the training suit from Vegeta, but never the battle damage. And over here, going back to Goku, we have all the original ones with the different logos, right? The Gogi, the Hermit Gi, the King Kai Gi. But there's a battle damage right here, right? So now we can kind of do this custom Goku battle damage builds and a custom Vegeta battle damage build. Now going over to the Super Soul, we have now you're upping the ante. So over on the official Xenoverse 2 website, that was just the Google translation, so that's not accurate. This is the accurate name over here. When the battle ends, you'll randomly get a certain amount of boost for both Zenny and Score. Oh, I thought it was Time Patrol Medals, so I said Time Patrol Medals and Score at the start, but it's Zenny and Experience Boost, right? And by the way, this is from the Witch Marba, you know, from Dragon Ball Daima, who created Majin Ku and Majin Du. So for the Zenny, we have a chance of getting a ×0 boost, ×3, ×5, or even ×7. And same thing for the Score earned. It could be different after each mission that we complete, right? So for Zenny, we could get a ×3, and for the score, we could get a ×7. It's very different. Shout out to the homie Genic for sharing this over on Twitter. So I just checked the details of the gambling Super Soul because it's pretty much a gamble, you know, getting a chance of 0 or a very great boost. If I understand this correctly, the boosts on Experience and Zenny are not randomly generated together. They're handled separately. For example, you could get a ×3 Experience and a ×7 Zenny, as I just said. The chances are like this. 50% chance of getting a ×0 Experience and Zenny, so that's 50% after each mission you complete, or a 16.6% chance of getting a ×3, 16.6% chance of getting a ×5, and a 16.6% chance of getting a ×7. So you do have a greater chance of getting a ×0 compared to the ×3, ×5, ×7. However, it's technically a 50% chance of getting nothing and getting some type of boost, right? That's what Genic said here. In other words, 50% chance of getting something and 50% chance of getting nothing, right? That's pretty great odds if you ask me. Imagine if you get that ×7 experience boost during a ×2 bonus campaign. Would that be a ×14 experience boost? Absurd, absurd. I can't wait for that. This is it for today's video. Thank you guys for the immense support. Tons of cool items will be dropping here soon within the Time Patrol Metal Shop in the following weeks. So stay tuned for all of that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.